Happy Halloween, everybody. We are back with another episode of Our Last Leg. You got me, Thing Motherfucking One, also known as AKA Johnny G, and my homie boy.
Old Tiger King right here. I mean, I got a judgment on me for some bitch down in Florida, but that's all right. We'll shake it off.
Carol Baskin ain't here, so we got to simmer down a little bit.
Fuck Carol Baskin.
Let's get right to it, ladies and gentlemen. We have a good freaking banger for sure. At least 3 games that everyone's dying to see this Sunday.
You goddamn right.
So, without a further ado, before we dive in, if you guys enjoy this content, please be sure to drop a like, hit subscribe, share with your family, friends. We are out here on YouTube and Spotify every single week. So, that being out of the way, why don't we just dive right in?
Let's go ahead and do it, baby. So again, it wasn't a loss of a week this week. I ended up breaking even, but
As did I.
by golly, let me tell you, it was another shocking week in the NFL. We both had bad beats, and we're both going to shake it off. Like we said last week, Warriors always keep fighting.
Yes, sir.
So let's go ahead and dive right into it. I think we start with Thursday Night Football.
All right.
Sound good to you?
Sure.
Sounds good to me. Let's do Titans at Steelers. Titans at Steelers. They're going to Pittsburgh. Steelers are favored by -3. Over-under sitting at 36.5.
So I'm gonna be frank with you on that regard, just because like the way, if you saw the Pittsburgh Steelers play, granted it's against the Jags, I have not seen such a more horrible team until I looked at those Pittsburgh Steelers last week. Bro, they literally couldn't even try to get a first down in the first half.
It was bad.
It was horrendous.
It was bad.
It was. So honestly, that being said, I don't even know if Pickens will be in. He got hurt. I think he got benched on the last quarter of the second half. Really messed
Pickens
up his
or
shoulder.
Pickett?
No,
Pickens is wide receiver.
Pickett. Sorry, the quarterback. In general, he got taken out of the game because of that injury. I don't know whether that stands here and now. My guess is because it's either A, at home, or B, because he's still going to be playing. That's why they're favored. But if they come to that decision where he's not going to be playing or he's going to be pretty closely monitored, that line is going to change. So I'm going to go ahead and say that, hey, don't fuck with my luscious hair today, all right? It's Halloween. Give me a break.
For anybody listening on the podcast right now, I am fully dressed as Tiger King. And John is dressed as...
Thing one, but with a very, very luscious blue hair that is super freaking itchy right now. But I'm going to just bear through it. So anyway, we digress. And I'm going to go ahead and take a gander and say that the Tennessee Titans are going to cover at least +3.5. And honestly, if the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to play the way they did against the Jaguars, honestly, give me the money line. And that's me being frank. The over and under is super low at 36.5, like you said. That's pretty low, but I think the reason that is because they probably don't think that the Steelers they're gonna perform the same way they did against the Jags, and the Titans struggle to even score overall as a whole team.
So you think the Steelers played bad last week?
Oh, 100%. Frankly, I was watching the Jags and the Steelers game side by side on YouTube TV while I was watching the Saints and the Colts game. So I literally watched both games from quarter 1 to quarter 4. Mock my words, I watched the whole damn thing. I was very upset about the Colts not winning that game, and I'm sure you'll touch on that soon. But at the end of the day,
Eventually.
we're going to touch on this game, and as far as my final point, the Titans will pull it off. Derrick Henry has a lot of weight on his shoulders, just as much as the whole team does, but it's going to go right on him. The Steelers don't really have that much of a good rushing defense, especially for when I saw how bad ETN was beating them up. So, final pick of the day, give me the Titans money line.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and cover a couple points here.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and get down to it.
The nitty-gritty.
Titans, their defense is second in red zone efficiency, which is very good. They're only allowing 34% scoring on red zone trips to teams, which is a great stat. That's unbelievable. And I don't think a lot of people expected that out of the Titans defense at all. I didn't at all.
Agreed.
But then again, Mike Vrabel, defensive guy, their head coach, It makes sense. It really checks out. Titans are averaging 20 points a game. And I think Steelers are at about 16.
So that is probably where they come up with that 36 number.
Exactly. If I had to pick one, I like the Titans to cover. Give me Nuckies.
Sir.
But another thing is that Najee Harris has been very, very slow this year.
Agreed.
He fucked me really bad last year on fantasy. I took him as the number one running back. But that was a 10-man league. I was the last draft.
Not much of a choice, right?
Exactly. Not what you want. But I don't think that Najee's a bad running back. I think that he gets a bad scheme thrown at him. But with that being said, Titans only have allowed 7 passing touchdowns. Their bread and butter is George Pickens. And now that Deontay Johnson's back, that might skew that number a little bit. I don't think it happens this game. Steelers are averaging 16 points a game.
I don't mean to intrude, but did you say Deontay Johnson is back?
Correct.
So if, again, you guys watched that game, Deontay Johnson left the fourth quarter with an injury.
Oh, shit.
Again,
No
I watched
kidding.
both games back to back. On the fourth quarter, he got injured.
Well,
So right now, he might be on the injury report. I didn't know if, again, I'm not knocking you for it.
No. I haven't looked at it at all.
Okay, so,
at all.
So if since it's a Thursday night game, if he's on FanDuel or DraftKings, whatever sportsbook you're looking at, and if he is on there, play with caution. He did not play the remainder of the fourth.
And he was already coming off of an injury.
I don't know. Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah. He was out for a long time. I mean, bro,
okay.
this was his first game back last week.
Okay, that makes more
And
sense.
you're saying that he already left the game in the fourth
he was
quarter?
dogging that. He was literally the only person. Pull up the stats if you go on to check it. And if I don't put it up on the screen, this dude was literally the main target of the entire game. For real. Pickens didn't even get a reception until the third or the fourth quarter. So if that changes your mind in any way, please say it now.
Not really. I still like the Titans to cover this game.
Okay, cool.
Will Levis, clearly, he is a lucky fucking boy because he has DeAndre Hopkins as his number one wide receiver. 3 tutties last week, straight to him.
Insane.
Hey, hats off to the kid. Great job.
Yeah.
Even though you put mayonnaise in your coffee, I still judge you, but hey, man, congrats to you.
If you have him in your fantasy, you guys probably dogged it this week.
Oh, yeah.
3 tutties.
I would probably say less than 20% of every fantasy team in the world had Will Levis starting. But by golly, if you didn't, you missed out. Also, another thing to look at, TJ Watt. God damn, he's a fucking dog, man. That guy, just to be clear, he has, in his last 79 professional games, 79 sacks.
So he's basically gotten a sack equivalent to every
game. So take that into account for while you're gambling. But another thing we need to look at is that the Steelers have 15 takeaways on their defense. That's the second most in the NFL, and they have already had a bye week. So, it's already stat padded. It seems like a crazy number, but for them to have that already on top of a bye week and still be second most in the NFL on takeaways, crazy as fuck. But that doesn't drive me away from what I'm feeling. Go ahead and give me the Titans to cover, and I think that 36.5 is disrespectful as fuck to 2 teams that have every potential to score, 20 points each? How do you feel about the over and under on 36.5?
So like I just said earlier, 36, and this wig is itchy. 36 is a little...
That's 2017, bro.
I get that. But again, maybe I'm just basing off of how the performance of the Steelers went last week. I think rather than touching the over of the full total game, I would rather look, and I don't know where it sits at right now, but I would rather look at the Tennessee Titans total points rather than the Steelers. So I
So
can see-
avoid the over-under and steer towards the Titans' points.
yeah. And if you don't want to touch any sort of total points, fine. But I am more lenient to picking the Titans overall total points because I can see them outscoring the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hence why probably we're leaning plus the +3 or money line as I am. So I wouldn't touch necessarily the whole overall total points because we could see a couple of takeaways.
Most definitely.
But
And that's going to happen with Will Levis, a rookie quarterback. Now that I'm thinking about it. Do you like Will Levis for 1 interception?
well, with that stat that you told me about the Pittsburgh Steelers, then yes.
Oh, but also Minka
yes.
Fitzpatrick got hurt last week. I don't know if he came back or not. You said you watched the game, did he?
Who's that? I'm sorry.
Minka Fitzpatrick, number 39. Probably behind TJ Watt, the best player on the Steelers defense.
I don't.
If Minka's in.
Oh yeah. Yes, he was playing.
If Minka's back
Yep.
in and okay, go ahead and give me Will Levis for 1 interception. But at the end of the day, give me the Titans to cover and give me the over.
Agreed. On the Titans to cover. 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 All right. That was a good little powwow.
There we go.
Get
Get started.
And we usually never go that much in depth unless there are really two big teams. For two teams that are like in the middle of the league right now, that was a good little powwow. I'll say that. Did you cook up a SGP for us for Thursday Night Football?
No, we will double back on that, but we got you guys at the end of the podcast. If you don't want to listen to the rest, fast forward to the end. It'll be on the screen. We got you guys covered.
All right.
Let's go ahead and jump into what I think might be the game of the week. And we are going to Frankfurt, Germany. We are going to Dolphins against the Chiefs on neutral turf. Neutral turf. Chiefs are favored at -2.5. Guess what the over-under is?
50.5, ladies and gentlemen, and put your alarms because I didn't realize until right now.
9:30.
9:30 in the freaking morning Eastern time, wherever you guys are watching this from. So, as far as my thoughts go, crack it open. There you go. We got some chatting to do. So, this again, just like we all expect, 50.5. A lot of scoring, ladies and gentlemen. I agree. So, because this is an international game, the NFL is going to try to juice and show how badass these wide receivers are. So you can expect one of these two. Parlay them if you want. Take them single. I probably would take them single out and straight bet it. Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown. Tyreek Hill, anytime touchdown.
With no T Swift at the game?
Regardless, we are going to be overseas. People want to see these badass NFL players pop the fuck off. All they ever see on international waters are just the highlights of what Kelce can do, Tyreek Hill can do. If Taylor Swift is there or not, I get just because Kelce had one motherfucking bad game because Taylor Swift wasn't there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This one, regardless if she's there or not, I can see him scoring at least one tutty, but I'd rather take my money more on Tyreek Hill. He's more consistent.
Agreed.
He doesn't have to deal with any one celebrity being there or not.
This is a revenge game for him, too.
Yeah, so they're trying to prove themselves. Granted, Chiefs just got their ass whooped by the Broncos.
Dick stomped
For sure.
in.
But this one, the Dolphins are going to come off strong. I already know it. Will they win? I won't say it that far, but I do know that we can expect a touchdown from Tyreek Hill and possibly even Waddle.
I agree. There 100% will be at least what I don't know who it'll be. If I had to guess, Tyreek. Because I love Mike McDaniels, and at the end of the day, I think this game comes down to Mike McDaniels and Tua Tagovailoa versus Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. This is going to be a coaching and quarterback showdown. If it's not, by golly, I'm fucking confused. But just so we can be clear on the Travis Kelce stuff and T Swift shit, which I hate fucking covering.
Agreed.
Makes my fucking skin crawl. Travis Kelce has had his worst games of the year this year without T Swift there. His worst, absolute worst games have been without Taylor Swift there. But I think this is a different story. I think that since they are in Frankfurt, Germany, that Travis Kelce gets a touchdown at any point.
Yes, sir.
But I'll tell you what, right now, I think it's Tyreek and not Jalen. I think it's Tyreek. Andy Reid thinks he knows how to cover Tyreek, but Tyreek is a fucking wild card, okay? He knows what to do, and he knows how to beat the scheme that Andy Reid is going to be playing up. So not saying that Andy Reid calls the defense,
Right.
but he was on there for so long that he knows exactly what he needs to do to beat these mediocre backs. And I think Tyreek. So you know what? Go ahead and put T. Kelsey and Tyreek Hill for anytime touchdown scores. I'm locking that in. But again, like John said, Chiefs got embarrassed last week against the Broncos.
Yep.
But another thing people need to look at is that they beat them 16 times in a row. The Chiefs were due for a loss.
Right.
They were in the Broncos Stadium. They're in Colorado weather. It made sense to me why they lost. Same reason for the Lions. Both of them heartbreaking, especially if you're from a betting aspect, which is what we like to stand by.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I think Tyreek drops 100 on him easily. I like Tyreek for over 100 yards. Good golly.
I guess
I don't think Andy Reid can figure out how to beat Tyreek. Nobody can.
so. As far as his speed getting in the way for Tyreek Hill, obviously this dude's fucking fast as flash. I'll give him that. But as far as coverage, I'm sure they're gonna try their ass off to lock him up. But this dude has broken, and I'm looking at it right now as we speak, 5 times he has broken 100+ yards in the last 8 games. So that's 60-70%.
Oh, Dolphins haven't gotten to bye.
So also that too.
Keep that
So-
in mind.
Obviously they're fresh. He's fresh. Can I see another 100 yards? I think they're going to definitely try to work around their playbook on the defensive end to try to lock him up as best as they can. It's just a matter of they can really stick to him. So that also opens up doors for Waddle. Hence why I said keep an eye out for Waddle. But that doesn't necessarily mean that Tyreek won't get a tutty. This dude will. It's just a matter of when. But again, it opens doors for all the other weapons on both teams. On both teams. Each team is going to work around how do we cover Tyreek Hill? How do we cover Travis Kelce? But that opens up Pacheco, Waddle, any other receiver, and any other running back that also act like receivers nowadays in the NFL. So, I mean, fuck. If I could throw a parlay out of here in the blue, give me Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, maybe even Pacheco. Fuck, I don't even know who else. Or maybe even
No. Lock an ATDS
But-
in right now.
now. Yeah, exactly. If you can, go ahead. But
I like Tyreek and Travis.
and I'm on my roll here. We're on our roll. This is like off the hip. But this is fresh, guys, and I know you guys agree with it because you've seen it. We've all seen it. What makes us think that we won't be seeing it on international waters? Come on, it's entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Give me an anytime touchdown Tyreek Hill. Give me an anytime touchdown Travis Kelce. Both of these will hit. If you want to parlay them, go for it. But both of these will hit regardless.
I am backing that. I think both of those hit. I think Tyreek wants to just show them what they lost.
Yep.
Oh,
yes, you're right. I forgot he was on the team. You're right.
Yeah, bro. I mean, and then also, this is the first time they've played him since he got traded.
Oh, man. Everyone's been watching this game, bro.
We forgot to tell him that we have the script.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm just teasing. But, hey, this year, Dolphins are 6-2 against the spread. Chiefs are 5-2 against the spread. That's going to make it a little bit more difficult. But coming off of a loss, this is what you need to know right here. Chiefs are covering 58% of games after losing a game. So they are only about halfway. They're about 50% of covering the spread after a loss. Now, you take that, soak that in, wait for it. Now you need to know that the Chiefs are outscoring teams by 9.5 points after a loss.
But Miami, did Miami lose last week? Who'd they play? They just beat the Patriots?
No. Yes, they did just beat the Patriots.
They beat them exactly by 14 points.
But again, that's a divisional game.
Yeah.
And you know around here,
True.
we do divisional games are a totally different ball game. 100%. That team, Belichick knows what team that is in his division better than anybody else. But that's not the case here. I think that right now Belichick is he's like the old man. He's the old man that doesn't know how to play new ball. Don't get me wrong, Andy Reid's an old guy too. Yeah. But Andy Reid, good golly, Andy fucking Reid. I don't think the Chiefs are what the Chiefs are without Andy Reid.
Agreed. Yeah, no, absolutely. He makes the play. He understands how most of these teams work just as much as Bill Belichick does. So,
and
the knowledge is there. The wisdom is there.
I think, I'm calling it right now, I think we have the AFC Championship game.
Right
here. In this game.
Oh, my God. Yeah, bro. I'm setting my alarm. I'm not going anywhere, bro. I'm going to go DoorDash my IHOP, fucking make my little bacon, toss my little pancakes.
Bloody Mary's cooking at 9 a.m.
I'm going to get my champagne mimosas ready the day before.
Stirring with that celery stick.
This is it. This is the game, guys. This is the week. And we're not even, this is just game. I don't even consider Tennessee and Pittsburgh that much. This is game 1 of the start of the day on Sunday Night Football.
Right.
We got 2
You are
more
goddamn
bangers.
right.
Maybe one more too that he wants to touch about. 2 more bangers. Let's get right to the pick. Who do you think is going to win this game? You don't really got to bet it, but if you had to choose, who wins this game? Money line. Don't give me the spread. Money line. Who wins? Chiefs, Miami Dolphins.
I got you right now, and I'm going to tell you I am betting this 100%. Give me the Chiefs money line.
Oh.
And give me the over 50.5. That seems like a very low number for 2 of the highest scoring offenses in the NFL. I feel like this motherfucker is about to say, give me the Dolphins money line. Look at his hair. It looks like he's already rooting for the Dolphins.
Let me cover his mic. Guys, look at this luscious hair. Give me all motherfucking Miami Blue Dolphins. The Dolphins win this game. The Chiefs, they are hurt. They are sad. They're going to come with revenge. Patty Mahomes.
Did you not hear my stat of after a loss, they normally win by 9.7 points?
And I'm taking that to the bank because I am betting that the Dolphins win this game. I do like the over.
Are you taking any coaching factor into account?
100%, yeah.
So you're saying that Mike McDaniel is going to outcoach Andy Reid.
Tyreek Hill cannot be covered, and it opens up available weapons on both ends. Guy, I get you. I love you. You're my brother.
Guy.
You guys are going to listen to this podcast. Rewind the whole thing. It might even make you change your opinion, whether it's my side, his side. I'm going to love this game regardless. But there's going to be weapons. There's going to be sick-ass plays. There might be some turnovers on both. And Tua might throw an interception 100%, to be honest. But I think
Tua might throw an interception 100%. Is it 100%? Or is it maybe?
He probably will.
I don't think he does.
But regardless, I think Miami wins this. We're going to circle back on this, and I'm going to replay it in the next video, and I'm going to clip it. And it's going to be a fun one. This is Halloween, guys.
Over, under.
Scary times. Give me the over. The over.
Give me the over
Give me the over. We're going to come back to this. I hope you guys like this one because this is going to be one of my favorite games to watch all season.
I can't wait to show John that he was wrong.
And I can't wait to show.
So you're taking the Dolphins money line?
We need to move to the next game.
Dolphins money line?
Dolphins money line.
Oh, my God. All right.
All right.
Well, we can move to the next game. Let's go ahead. And you know what? I'll let you pick one. You
All
go
right.
ahead.
Okay.
You go ahead. Don't jump into the banger late night.
Okay. The next one I want to touch on will be Seahawks at Ravens. Read off the over and under for me, brother, because where's the spread?
By golly, Flock Nation, fly. We have got the Seahawks going to the house of Flock Nation. Okay? I need y'all to understand that. The bitch-ass Seahawks coming to the house of M&T Bank Stadium. Coming to the Ravens. Seahawks coming to the Ravens' house. Ravens are favored at -5.5. Over under at 43.5. Which I find that line to also be disrespectful. Both teams. Do you disagree?
Go ahead and do your little
All right.
chit-chat.
I got you. Don't worry. Because both teams are leading their division right now, which is absolutely crazy. I don't think anybody expected that from the Seahawks.
Agreed.
But at the same time, Seahawks are playing lights out fucking football right now, okay?
Yep.
I expect this game to come down to Tucker's leg. And I said that last week. And I feel like it wasn't.
I'm going to be frank, bro. I literally didn't. That was one of the last things I had ever expect for you to bring up for a game like this, where it comes down to the kicking points. And the Ravens have literally the best NFL, at most, as far as accurate kicker in the NFL. Ever. So, if you do some comparisons side by side, Geno Smith, and I have it pulled it up right here. Geno Smith and Lamar Jackson, they have very, very similar completions and attempts. They have similar yardage. They both have 9 tutties, but Geno Smith has 3 interceptions. So as far as the defensive end, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure exactly if the Ravens have a very good defensive outfield to get a lot of interceptions. But they both have some badass running backs. Kenneth Walker, Gus Edwards, and that doesn't even include Lamar Jackson because I damn near consider him as one. And they also have some freaking good ass wide receivers. We got a young Zay Flowers and a kind of in his prime DK Metcalf. He's kind of getting back into his groove. I'll say that much. Geno Smith has to really find those holes to get the ball to those receivers. If he can find those holes, they might stand a chance against the Ravens. But do you see that happening? True.
So my main issue is going to be that it's not going to be DK Metcalf. He's going to get his yards.
Well, I say holes for the wide receivers in general.
The issue is going to be Tyler Lockett. Ravens have a very tough time with slot receivers. And if Lockett lines up in the slot, he's going to be a menace. Like he has always been. I would put Scary Terry McLaurin, and Tyler Lockett as the 2 most underrated receivers in the NFL that are so fucking consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, both are leading their division right now. And, this is NFC versus the AFC. This is going to be a great fucking game. I genuinely believe this is one of the most underrated games on this week's slate. A lot of people probably wouldn't agree, but this is top dog going against top dog. If Seahawks fuck around, make it to the Super Bowl, Ravens fuck around, make it to the Super Bowl. We have a Super Bowl matchup right here on our hands that people don't realize. Tyler Lockett playing lights out football per usual. That guy is an absolute stud in the red zone. If I'm throwing the ball to anybody within the 20, it's going to be Tyler Lockett. But again, I still think this comes down to Tucker's leg. I think this is again an underrated game. Ravens were a tad bit disappointing last week, to say the least. They played the Cardinals. You can't beat 5 and the Lions were 5-1.
Were
you can't dick stomp in a team like that and then go play the Cardinals and play mediocre.
Yeah.
That's not okay. At the end of the day, Ravens were a tad disappointing, but I like them to cover at 4.5, not 5.5,
All
4.5.
All right.
4.5. I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, another thing to take note of is that Odell, he was very frustrated last week. Odell walked off the field, was very pissed off. A lot of people think that it was because of what he had going on with receptions and stuff like that. That wasn't the case. Odell gets interfered with every time somebody is one-on-one with him, and all they will do is just go out there and push him a little bit. And that's so everybody's saying that Odell is mad about the fact that he didn't he got this many targets. He only got this many catches. He only has this many touchdowns. It has nothing to do with the Ravens. It has everything to do with defenses knowing I'm not going up one-on-one with Odell. One of the most iconic catches ever in football. You and I will show our Odell's catch, with the Giants to our kids and be like, this was Odell Beckham. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And prime.
So I think that plays a big factor in when people look at the Ravens outside looking in. I try to keep up with them, but at the end of the day, Ravens minus 4.5. Give me the over at 43.5. I don't see how they lose this ball game, man. I don't see it at home too. I think John might have a different opinion, especially about the spread. So let's go ahead and swing it over to thing 2?
Yeah, there we go. 1 or 2. I don't give a damn. But right now, again, like you mentioned, you said what was the line at? Or because I'm
line sitting at Ravens 4.5.
All right, now it's moving.
No, I'm sorry, 5.5.
Okay, it's still at 5.5. So
I like the Ravens at 4.5.
So frankly, I probably should have a bigger take on this because it's their first in their division, like you said. It could honestly go either way. But the way the Baltimore Ravens have been playing overall this entire season, solid. OBJ, I mean, yeah, I guess a lot of receivers in general, Devontae Adams, he has a reasonable point as far as not getting enough touches and not enough plays. But I don't know, man. I think this might have to be one I have to stray away from. I like everything you said.
Don't be scared.
I mean, I ain't scared a bit, but
sounds like
this is off the hip, guys. This is off the hip. If we're taking it after everything, my boy, the Tiger King says, give me 6 rounds on the Ravens. The Ravens.
What do you like? Geno Moore or Lamar Moore?
Oh, Lamar Jackson. Easy.
You goddamn right.
Easy.
You goddamn right.
As far I mentioned from the very beginning, if you want to circle back to the very intro of this entire game, I really, really liked the part of you mentioning it's going to come down to Tucker. I don't know if I'd touch the Ravens money line spread or under.
I'd take the Ravens money line. I'm a giant Ravens homer.
Right,
so
that's why. But
I'm taking the Ravens on the spread. That's why.
If Tucker's line, knowing him, his line is either sitting at 7.5 or 8.5 minimum, and he rightfully has those stats to back it up. I'm gonna have to go with the over on either if it's on 7.5 or 8.5 on his kicking points. FanDuel wise, if it's on DraftKings or any other that allow you to get 2 field goals from Justin Tucker, take it. That is my pick for this game. That honestly sounds like it's gonna hit no matter what.
I think that, yeah. So you like Tucker on his points.
If it's FanDuel, I know they do kicking points, and if it's if it's DraftKings or any other sports book, if they allow you to do field goals, I like 2 field goals.
I agree.
You do?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'd almost take him at 3 if he could.
If you could.
I wish we had alternate field goals, man.
Yeah.
FanDuel, I know you're not listening, but if you are, Give us alternates on kickers on SGPs.
That'd be
My
solid. Come
golly.
on. You make money. We make money. Come on. We're all happy. All right. Are you ready to move to the next banger?
Yeah.
Oh.
So we've got 2 bangers left, but there's one that is sizzling. This is not the game. We're gonna go Cowboys at Eagles.
Yes, sir.
Cowboys at Eagles. They are going to Philly. You guys won't believe it. Over under is at 45.5. But one thing you will believe is going to be the Eagles -3. I find this to be also a disrespectful line. Neither team has lost at home this year. So you got to take shit like that into account. I'll tell you straight up right now, give me the Eagles -2.5. That way, if they win by a field goal, you're not losing that much juice. But I'm taking the Eagles -2.5. By golly. For people that do not know what Philly fans are like, they pelted Santa Claus.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, bro.
Batteries.
I'm not a fan of their fan base at all.
And almost every player, you can go look them up. Whoever your favorite player is, go ask them what the worst fan base is. And they're going to say Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Philadelphia, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Give me the Eagles, Eagles, to cover the spread. A.J. Brown has been playing lights out fucking football. That man just broke Calvin Johnson's record for most consecutive games for over 125 yards.
Crazy.
Does he get the same amount of yards this week? Yes. Yes, he does. I like AJ for over another 100 yards. No Trayvon Diggs. Their corners are in shambles right now, okay? I like them for that. AJ Brown. AJ Brown has been lights out. The best wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and give
That's
me
up there.
in the comments. Give me any argument for a better wide receiver right now.
He'll check him.
Oh, you goddamn right, John. Do you have anybody else in the NFL right now that is a better wide receiver?
They're up there, but
Who?
No, it doesn't matter. But I agree with him. All the way thick and thin. AJ Brown is the number 1 wide receiver in the game right now. And he has one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Top 5.
Dish him these balls. So, honestly, I have 3 best picks in this game. Not parlays. Take him straight because I'm going to do the same. This game is going to be freaking awesome. And I hope it to be 46 even. Don't touch that part. Because the 3 that I'm looking at, give me backing up what my boy just said, give me A.J. Brown anytime touchdown. This dude's going to hit it. Dak Prescott ain't it. He did freaking awesome. I'm not going to deny that. He did that awesome last game. Give me Dak Prescott to throw an interception. He's going to let all that pressure get to him. He's going to think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. It ain't it. Jalen Hurts is going to take the spotlight as far as the quarterback this game. In Philly, he's going to let all the pressure and all the yelling get to him. That's bet number 2. Bet number 3 kind of tackles what my boy just said. If you want to support it, he took him at -2.5. Give me as a winning margin for the Philadelphia Eagles at plus 130 from points between 1 and 13 points. The Cowboys
That's a great bet. That is a great bet.
Take it close in between 2 tutties, but I really like it to keep it at least within 2 touchdowns. So, and honestly, guys, it's not that much of a difference where you would still make profit. You can do the calculations yourself. Between 1 and 13 points, it's at plus 130. For plus 14 points over for the Eagles, it's plus 360. If you figure out the math, you're in the plus money no matter what. The Phillies win this game, period. Those are my 3 best picks for this one game. And I never come up with that many, but this game is it.
I like that.
Yeah?
I like that.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you right now. Tail it.
Yes, sir. Tail it. ASMR Ranger, tail it. Woo!
Tail that motherfucker right there. I think that's all I have on that game. I like the Eagles to cover. And I think we jump into one last game before I throw out a 3-team steamer.
Little 3-teamer steamer. And I want you to introduce it because it's so close to these patterns. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to zoom in right here. And for the people who are not watching this on YouTube, say it clear.
We've got the Bills at, you won't believe it, the Bengals. The Bengals. By golly. This is going to be a hell of a game. John, do you have the spread by chance?
We are sitting at -2.5 at their home, favoring Cincinnati Bengals, considering how they've been playing this whole time. Maybe it's a home advantage, but the over and under sitting at 48.5. I want to hear your thoughts before I throw mine.
So I apologize to anybody watching on YouTube. You just watched my headphone jack pop out. Anybody listening on Spotify? Yeah, that was embarrassing. But guess what? What's that spread sitting at?
-2.5 favoring the Bengals, and the over and under is sitting at over and under at 48.5.
Where are they playing at? Tell me they're playing in Cincy.
Cincy freaking nasty.
Oh my God, they're playing in Sin Nasty. Sin Nasty. The one problem that I see here is good golly, it's going to be the Bengals playing against that Bills defense.
Bro, I 100% agree with you.
It's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. One thing we need to realize is that Burrow played lights out ball. This is a Super Bowl contending team. And the Bills are nothing but I'm sorry to say it, they are a great regular season team to bet on. They cannot close out in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I don't think they do it here. I absolutely do not. I like Burrow for, I don't know, $250. Give me Burrow for a $250 burger. And then go ahead and give me Josh Allen for $200. Josh Allen has been one of the most disappointing quarterbacks in the NFL. The only people that would disagree are Bills fans. Right?
Sure.
Do you have Josh Allen as a top 5 quarterback?
This season?
This year.
No.
Correct. That is the correct answer. Less than a year ago, we had Burrow as the 3rd best quarterback in the NFL. This man played through his entire injury. True. I think he is good to fucking go. And I think the Bills get humbled once again. Give me the Bengals to cover the spread at whatever fucking number you want. I like Burrow. I mean, good God, you're talking Higgins, Boyd, Chase, Burrow, Mixon. And they've got a decent offensive line. How do you beat that? I like the Bengals to cover the spread on this one. By golly. If you got the Bills to cover, what's that line at again, John? Refresh me one more time.
-2.5 favoring the Bengals.
Favoring the Bengals.
In Cincy.
I thought it was the other way, folks. Either way, I like the Bengals by a field goal. You know what? And if you're feeling crazy, take them at 6.5.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Am I wrong?
We are at another disagreement on this episode. I am enjoying and I am loving the hype in this room tonight. And I'm reading the room. I'm listening to everything my boy says. But And I love Joe Shiesty. I love him. I love him. Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase. But this is going to be, and I think that's what it's going to come down to, is which quarterback is going to be the most accurate in throwing the darts to their main wide receivers. Is it going to be the main target, Stephon Diggs? Is it going to be Jamar Chase? That is what it's going to come down to. Give me Stephon Diggs for anytime touchdown. Give me the Bengals money line in the plus money. Even if it's in Cincinnati. The Bengals aren't there yet. They're still trying to find their groove. Yes, Josh Allen is not the top 5 quarterback, but goddamn, Joe Burrow isn't. He just signed one of the biggest contracts in the NFL for quarterbacks of all time, and he needs to show up. This game, there's always something going on with these two teams when they play, whether for the best or for the worst. In this case, it's going to play in my favor, and it's going to be the best. Give me the Bills Mafia, another Read It Blue. Ladies and gentlemen, in the YouTube, look at this hair against orange. The Bills pull it off. They win in Cincinnati in the plus money, and I'm looking at it right now. Give me as a winning margin, 4-way on FanDuel, the Buffalo Bills between 1 and 13 points. Plus 175, and if you take them in plus 2 touchdowns or more, bro, this is nasty.
You fixing your hair.
Look it. I'm showing them right now. That is an insane stat. Sorry, I made it disappear. It just sat for the Bills 14 plus 740. Those odds are really, really good.
God damn it. I really wish that the Bills were favored in this.
Wouldn't you think that's more realistic?
So again, so we always are skeptical on bait bets,
and this is one of them.
And this is one of them.
100%. 100%.
So I won't be mad if I lose for the Bengals to cover at 2.5.
Okay.
But if it does happen, again, this is a very baity bet. So if you are tight on funds or anything like that, fade this. Absolutely fade this.
I don't disagree with you one bit.
If you do want to play it, player props. Only player props. Do not play spread. Do not play money line. Do not play over under. Player props. Okay? You got me? Mm-hmm. Did you hear me? Player props. All right. John, that is all I have besides the 3-teamer steamer. And then I'm gonna go ahead and throw out here my my little same game parlay.
I want you to
for Thursday night.
I want you to give us both, and then I will follow suit, my king.
All right. Well,
what's
welcome to the show. Welcome to where you actually win money. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take the king, Derrick Henry. Anytime touchdown score. Will Levis and DeAndre Hopkins clearly have a great connection. Go and give me Hopkins over on his guard sitting at 44.5 or 54.5. I'm so sorry about that. And then give me him for over 3.5 receptions. That's a gimme. That's a gimme. It's Hopkins. This is exactly how Adam should have been treated last night.
Yep.
Garoppolo's dog shit. But I'll tell you what, Will Levis is not. I don't care if you put mayonnaise in your coffee, whatever the fuck you do, you weird motherfucker. Go ahead and give me Henry, anytime touchdown. Hopkins, over 54.5, and Hopkins over 3.5 receptions. Puts you at plus 413 before a boost. I'm throwing 2 units on that motherfucker.
Just to to piggyback on that, if you guys are skeptical on that 100% hit parlay, note, if you bet on FanDuel, I am looking at it as we speak. If you want to zoom in, if it even focuses at all. There is a no sweat bet this Thursday on the Tennessee Titans and the Steelers game. So bet it, and you don't even have to worry. But if you hit, you better tag us in your comments, whether that's Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, I don't care. because we gave it to you. That's money. 4-1. And if you are scared if it's going to lose, hit the no sweat bet. You don't got nothing to worry about. Shoot me with your next one, brother.
All right. Well, I'm going to hit you with a little 3-teamer steamer.
Woo!
It's not going to be nothing crazy, because this is a weird slate of games this week. But I'm not upset at it whatsoever. A lot of people might not agree, but I genuinely like this. I really like this. And again, if you don't want to tail it, you don't have to. Do not have to. There is a lot of potential on this bet. So, you ready for it?
Let's hear it.
Nothing crazy. Commanders plus 3.5. New Orleans money line.
Okay.
Against the Bears.
Pretty easy.
Browns.
I like that one.
Give me the Browns over the Cardinals. You're at plus 197. Let's see. I am 30 unit, or not 30. I'm sorry. 3 units locked in on that. I am 3 units in on that. I'm locking that in 100%. Show me how I lose. Please tell me in the comments how that loses.
I like
Now, I don't want to hear nothing from a Cardinals fan. I don't want to hear shit from a Bears fan. And I don't want to hear shit from a Patriots fan. I already have to fucking deal with that. So, that's my 3-teamer steamer. Cheeto, you got anything cooked up for them?
I do. So, the only one that we tackled in this pod is the first game that I'm going to give you. I got my little 3-teamer steamer. I got the Titans plus 3 just because of how he worded it. If you guys want some
Goddamn
cushion,
right.
in case we're playing a parlay, guys. Play some cushion a bit. Let's secure some dubs. I got the Tennessee Titans plus 3 against the Steelers at Pittsburgh. I got the Los Angeles Rams beating the Packers. They just lost again. So I think that they have to come back. They're in the plus money. I think they need to make a return. And
That's I'll give it the old Steve Cold Austin bet.
Right.
I agree with this already. All the way.
All right. And my last one, I really, based off of the past 2 horrible losses.
Say it.
You got to give me against the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah!
Give me the money line for the Indianapolis Colts. They need to win this. They're going to win this. They got to. Come on, guys. The ways they're performing, these last 2 performances.
Minshew Mania!
They have that potential. Minshew is going to pull it off. He had a little bit rusty ending, but this dude is dogging. This dude really is doing amazing. Look at the stats. The Colts will pull this off. So again, Tennessee Titans, Los Angeles Rams, Indianapolis Colts. That puts you at 6-1. That is my 3-teamer steamer, and that's with no boost.
That's way better than mine, and I am tailing that. We both played 3 different games. I'm sorry that I covered 3 games that we didn't put any perspective on, but I'm telling you right now, I think both of these are locks, John.
I agree. Hell yeah. All right. Do you have anything else for the pod? This was a long one, guys, but there was a lot to talk about. I hope you guys watched the whole thing through. If you skipped, go back. You missed a lot of good points, and you're going to be like, damn, I really skipped through all that? Make sure you watch it. You're going to be so thankful you did.
All right, closing out from the Tiger King and my boy.
Thing 1, also known as Jonny G on Holiday Tuesday? Halloween. Happy Halloween, guys.
All right, you guys, enjoy the show. Enjoy football. We love you guys. Hope you come back.
We will catch you guys on the next one on Our Last Night podcast.
Cheers, Cheeto.
Peace.
Love you guys.